your perspective on things. We are winding down and coming into the market close. We'll end just above the 19,650 level. And when we come back tomorrow morning, I think all eyes will be on U.S. markets and, the close that we have and those kind of things. Because, the market basically on both the Nifty and the Bank Nifty is leaving off things that, in a delicate kind of a zone. The Nifty, for example, at almost the 40-day exponential moving average, the Nifty Bank, trading at or just under that slightly upward sloping trend line. There's a trend line support, and we probably will end under it in terms of trade today. The mid and small cap indices also saw very little by way of respite. The mid cap index was down about 0.7, 0.8. Small caps did a little better. But this was a down and out kind of a day for bulk of the session with a little bit of acceleration on the downside, which came through, I think, post 2 o'clock. I mean, at 2 p.m., the Nifty was at about 19,725. And from there, we've come down to 19,664 or so. So sharp fall, a little bit of stabilization between 12 and 2. And then post 2 o'clock, over the next 1.5 hours, the next leg down, which basically followed. Lots of movers and shakers, and we'll get to that in just a bit. Market breadth, by the way, was in favor of decline. Some 1,500 stocks were lower, and you had about 840 stocks on the NSE, which advanced. Rima.
What was crude when you guys were doing Bazaar at 8 o'clock?
90.5.
It's 92.5 now. Wow. So through the course of the trading session, we've seen a sharp spike in crude prices, $92.5 per barrel on Brent crude prices. So just as we were trading, we've seen a spike of close to about $1.5 to $2. So the street is eyeing the conflict in the Middle East very carefully, and the latest developments there are a bit disturbing. So that's perhaps one reason why the Indian markets also sold off. Banks led, more the biggest brunt of the selling pressure. The Nifty banking index down over 1%. Bajaj Finance reacted adversely to its numbers. Finserv lower by 2%. Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, Indices, Kotak Mahindra Bank across the board deeply in the red. Reliance Industries too down 1.5%. On the gaining side, the two pharma names, Cipla, Dr. Reddy's giving it company with Sun Pharma, and these were the few stocks which actually look good today.
Yeah, very few actually. Just the one or two of the pharma names. That's about it. Otherwise, big cuts specifically on banking. Bad day for mid-caps as well, you'd have to say. The index today has underperformed the Nifty. The decline is about 1%. And PSUs really took it on the chin. So whether you're looking at a HUDCO, which is about 11% lower as we're closing out, MMTC 10% down, ITI 10% down. It's just a long list. GMDC 4% on the lower side. Then you come to some of these PSU banks. Central Bank of India, UCO Bank, Union Bank, anywhere between 2% and 5%, IOB. So basically, PSUs were completely out of favor today. Just goes on, the list goes on. NMDC, Hindustan Copper, PFC, PNB. I mean, on my list of losers, which is large volume losers, it's entirely sort of dotted with the PSU stocks today. Let's see if we can find some winners at least. Let's put up Tata Elxsi to get the final quotes in, because on the technology side, L&T Technology Services, of course, pretty disappointing. Zensar, again, is ending lower, 3-4% lower. Tata Elxsi has been the best of the lot in terms of mid-cap IT results, and that stock managed a bit of a gain. And a good day for IRB. IRB was really running away, 7% on decent volume. So that's one stock that stood out on the upside.
But we've got an action-packed second half of the session too, with all the numbers still awaited: Bajaj Auto, Edison Bank, Wipro, and LTI Mindtree. So markets will react to these four Nifty earnings too tomorrow. We will slip into a very short break. On the other side, we'll get you excerpts from our conversation with Tata Motors MD of Passenger Vehicles, Shailesh Chandra. Stay tuned.